Hello everyone. Up till now we have performed programs based on the three different topics, that is called class, object, structure, member function, defining member function inside the class, right? Based on the structure we have performed three programs, based on the class we have performed three programs, and based on the member function inside the class we have performed three programs. So up till now we have performed 9 programs, which is based on the unit number 2. In our today's session we are going to learn regarding the how to define member function outside the class. So as we have discussed, a class is a combination of member variable and member function. Now there are two types of member function using which you can define. Number one, member function inside the class, and number two, member function outside the class, right? So this portion we have already completed, and initially we have started this unit with the examples of structure. So now let us discuss regarding how to declare member function outside the class. Now remember one thing, that what is member function? The member function would be the part of that particular class, that means in which it is declared, or we can say inside which it is declared, that function is known as member function, which belongs to a particular class, but it must be a part of class. So let me share the first program of inside the class, which we have completed in our previous session. See the program. We have taken two methods. We have given two methods, declared two methods, that is get data and display function. Inside the get data we have inputted the values from the user, and display function, using display function you are able to display whatever the values of variable on the screen. So remember one thing, that these both are the functions which are declared inside the class employee. Now see the void main, right? Void main, what we have performed, remember one thing, over here class employee e1, that is not in the syntax. Remove the class keyword from here, right? You just need to declare the name of class, and then you need to declare whatever the variable, or we can say whatever the name of object that you need to specify over here. Some people are still using class over here. See, it is not there in the syntax, so please remove it, and you just need to declare, you need to give the name of class, and you need to create the object of that class. With the help of object of that particular class you are able to access the method of that class, like e1.getData and e1.display. So this is called member function inside the class. Now what you people need to do, you need to either copy and paste this program, or you need to save as this program by program number 10, because 9 programs we have already completed. So unit number 2, program number 10, after save as you need to cut the given functions, right? I am going to cut these functions and I am going to paste it outside the class. What is our concept? We are going to define the member function outside the class, right? So whatever the functions which we have developed inside the class, I am going to cut it and I am going to paste it outside the class. Now what you need to do, see, get data and display function are the part of employee class. So you need to mention that employee, then scope resolution operator and name of the function. This is the syntax. So let me apply the comment line over here. This is the return type of function, then name of class, then scope resolution operator. See, double colon is used, or you can call it as a scope resolution operator, then name of function, or we can say name of UDF and double bracket. So this is the syntax to define member function outside the class. What we have performed, we just cut the given, first of all we performed save as operation. After save as operation, whatever the functions which we declared inside the class, we just cut it and put it outside the class. Now we need to specify that get data and display, both functions are the part of employee class, right? So for that, what is the syntax? Return type of the function. In between the return type and name of the function, you just need to mention the name of class, and you need to use the scope resolution operator. Using scope resolution operator, you can specify that get data and display both are the functions which is part of the class. So C++ provides you the facility to define the member function either inside the class or outside the class. Right now what we are doing, we are defining the member function outside the class. So this is the first changes you need to apply. What we have performed, let me repeat once again. You just need to make a return type, after that name of the class, scope resolution operator and name of the function. Similarly, display is also a part of employee class, that's why return type, then employee class name, and then scope resolution operator, then name of the function and double bracket. In this way you define member function outside the class. One more changes you need to make. See, if get data and display are the part of employee class, at that time you need to declare like this: void get data and void display. What does it mean? It means that in future I am going to develop the body of member function which is declared inside the employee class. So over here you need to apply semicolon. This is the exactly the same way what we people did normal function which we are going to declare in the before void main, right? What we do, void get data, over here we are going to put semicolon, and when the structure of void main is there, after that void get data we are going to develop, right? So normal UDF we are going to declare like this. Right now it is a part of, see, this is called the declaration of function. That means in future I am going to develop the body of UDF. This is the body of UDF and this is the declaration of UDF. So inside the class what I do, I just make a specification that in future I am going to develop the body of get data as well as body of display function. And this is the syntax which we need to follow: return type, name of the class, scope resolution operator and get data. See, this thing you must need to mention inside the class, otherwise you cannot declare employee class get data outside the member function of class. So be careful once you declare the member function outside the class. When you develop the body of this function, at that time you must need to mention that get data is a part of employee class, or we can say get data is a child of employee class or property of employee class. These all are the words which you can use. See, get data, display, number, name, salary, these all are the properties of employee class. So if you want to use such kind of property, at that time you need to take a permission from the employee class, and that permission is known as even. Even is nothing but it is an object. Object means what? Through which you can access the property and method of employee class. So in this way you can define. See, there is no changes regarding the code right now, right? Just what we do, whatever the code which we have declared inside the employee class, that function I am going to cut it and paste it outside the class. After that I have mentioned that get data is a part of employee class, and the syntax would be EMP and scope resolution operator. And I need to mention that in future I am going to develop the body of get data and display. In it can be possible using the void get data and semicolon. Don't forget to put a semicolon over here. Similarly, let us take our next program of member function inside the class, right? This is the program of square only. What we are going to do, we are just going to cut this program and we are going to paste it outside the class. Now what is the correction we need to make? That is, we need to apply the name of the class in between void and input. So I am going to use square and I am going to apply and then scope resolution operator. Similarly for the SQ and similarly for the output function, right? One more thing we need to do is what? Void input and then semicolon, void SQ and semicolon, and void output and semicolon. In this way you can also define the member function outside the class. These two are the ways. See, there is no changes in the output. Let me repeat once again, you will not get any major changes regarding the output, but yes, definitely there is a changes regarding the coding, right? When you perform member function inside the class, at that time no need to define the function like this. But once you are going to define the member function outside the class, at that time you need to be careful that first of all you need to declare that I am going to develop the body of this particular functions outside the class, and over here you need to mention that input, square and output are the functions which are related with the square class. Similarly, let me take the third program of member function inside the class. What we need to do? We need to cut this code. We need to paste it outside the class. What is the name of class? Mark. So over here mark, scope resolution operator, again mark, scope resolution operator, in the output again mark and scope resolution operator. Similarly over here I need to specify that void input, void calculate and void output are the methods which I am going to develop in the future. This thing I need to specify. Now let us develop the programs which are related with the member function outside the class in the Turbo C editor. Defining member function outside the class has include iostream.h has include conio.h, then the name of class would be emp, then what changes we need to make, public. Don't forget to write public keyword, because by default the variables which is declared inside the class would be of private, so you must need to declare and you must need to make it public, then and then only you are able to use it outside the class. Integer number, character nm of 25, and integer salary. Now the functions which I want to declare outside the class must be specified inside the class, that I am going to declare the body of these two functions outside the class. Now void, then name of class would be emp, scope resolution operator, get data. Similarly, cout and cin, enter number. Cin, we are going to store value inside the number variable. Cout, enter name. Cin, nm. Cout, enter salary. Cin, salary. Right, so the body of get data is developed. Now we are going to develop the body of display function. Display function, using display function we are going to display whatever the data which we have stored inside the variable. So employee detail is cout \n, number is number, cout \n, name is nm, cout \n, salary is salary. Now it's time to develop the part of void main, clear screen and get ch. What is the name of our class? That would be of that is employee e1 dot get data. As I have told you that sequence of calling function matters a lot, right? Otherwise you will not get proper output, so you need to be careful regarding such. Now we are going to save this program number 10, because 9 program we have already performed. So this is the program number 10. Let me run the given code. It will ask me to input 3 values, number, name and salary, and it will display the data on the screen. As I have told you that output would be same in all the programs. There is a changes to call the particular function, or there is a changes regarding the declaration of a function. Now let us take one new file, defining member function outside the class 2. Include 2 header files, iostream.h and conio.h. Which class we are going to develop? Second class is what? Square class, in which we are going to develop 3 functions, right? So public integer number and answer, then void input, void sq and void output. Now I am going to declare 3 functions outside the class. You need to mug up the syntax of the class. In this I am going to enter only a single number, cout and cin number, right? Input function contains the input of single value only. Now what I need to do, I need to develop the body of square. So square is the name of class, sq is the name of function within which we are going to write the code. Now square contains the formula, or we can say processing statement, and after that we are going to develop the output function. Then what is the use of output? We are going to print the value which is calculated by the sq. Square is an answer. So in this way you can declare the member function outside the class. Now let us develop the body of void main, clr, ser and get ch. Then we need to create the object of square class, that is square s1, through which we can call the methods which are the part of class s1.sq and s1.output. I am repeating again and again that sequence of calling function means a lot. Whatever the way you are calling, suppose I am going to call output function first, at that time you will not get any proper output. Why? Because answer variable contains the garbage value. So you need to be careful while you call the function. Now let me save the given code by program number 11. .c++. Now let me run the given code. I am going to input 5 and square of 5 would be 25. So there is no major changes in the program, right? You just need to copy paste or you need to save as. After that you just need to cut the methods which we have declared inside the class. You just need to make it outside the class. After that you just need to give the name of class in which method is declared, and you need to apply the scope resolution operator in between the name of class and name of method, and whatever the method you have declared outside the class, that would be defined inside the class, right? You need to mention that these all are my methods, or we can say these all are the methods which belongs to the square class, so that in future you can develop accordingly. Let me develop the last program of today's session, or we can say today's topic, defining member function outside the class. This is the third program. In this we have mentioned class 2, over here class 3. We are going to input 2 header files, iostream.h and has include conio.h. We are going to take a class mark. I want to calculate mark of 3 subjects. So first of all let me use the keyword public, then I need to declare mark of 3 and answer variable. You can take any one, right? Suppose you want to take a sum or you want to take total variable, then you can take it instead of answer. Then I am going to define 3 methods, that is called input, void, calculate. The name of method would be according to the whatever the functionality which is performed by the function, right? Based on that you can give the name. Now void. Now what is the thing I need to write over here? I need to apply the name of class, that is mark, scope resolution operator, input function, and function bracket of function. Now cout, 3 input I need to perform, that is enter mark 1, cin m1, again cout, enter mark 2, cin mark 2, cout, enter mark 3, cin m3. Let me develop the body of calculate function. Calculate function contains the formulation part, that is m1 plus m2 plus m3, which is stored inside the answer variable. And now mark and output. Output function contains the printing statement, total of 3 subject is an answer variable. So these 3 functions which we have declared outside the class. Now it's time to develop the void main structure. Two functions we are going to call, that is clear screen and get ch. We need to call the object of mark class m dot input, m dot calculate, and m dot output. Let me save the given code, program number 12, right? Let us run the given code, 55, 55 and 55. The total of 3 subject is 165. So unit number 2 contains 12 programs, 3 for what? Structure, 3 for classes and object, 3 for defining member function inside the class, and 3 for member function, defining member function outside the class. So total 4 topics we have covered up till now, right? And in our next session we are going to see the concept of nested classes, right? Or we can say not nested classes, nesting of member function. We are going to call member function inside the new function, right? So that is called nesting of member function. That topic we are going to see in our next session. Let me share the notepad file regarding the today's session, defining member function outside the class. This is the first program which is related with our today's topic. Class employee, public keyword, variables inside the class, 2 methods we have declared inside the class which we are going to develop outside the class. After that you need to separate these 2 things, void and get data. In between that 2 you need to write the name of class, and you need to use the scope resolution operator to make it part of a class. Now let me scroll down the given code. This code remains as it is like our previous programs. There is no changes in the previous program, because the way using which we are calling the function, you need to use the same way. So this is the first program. This is not the program number 8. Be careful. this is the program number 10. You need to give the name of this program, program number 10. Defining member function outside the class, second program, program number 11. The class would be square. Number and answer are the variables which is declared inside the class square. Three methods which we have declared inside the square. I want to make it outside the class, so the body is developed outside the class. To make it part of a class, I need to give the name, and after that I need to use scope resolution operator to make it that it is the part of square class. Let me scroll down the program. Program number 11. Now program number 12, right? Class mark of 3 subjects. Answer variable, as I have told you that you can take any variable. 3 methods which we are going to develop outside the class. Name of class would be of mark, so I have specified mark and scope resolution operator over here. Input function is used to input mark of 3 subjects. Calculate method contains the processing statement, or we can say using that we can apply the formula, and the answer is stored inside the variable answer. And output function is used to display the value of answer variable, or we can say total of 3 subjects. Like previous one, we are going to just call the name of function by creating the object of mark class m. We are going to call m.input, m.calculate and m.output. Sequence you need to maintain, otherwise you will not get proper output on the screen. So this is all from my side. This topic is completed, defining member function outside the class. Tomorrow we will discuss regarding the nesting of member function. Thank you all.